Get ready because this episode is going to be a lot. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Charles from the channel Books on Stereo, and I'm here to give you guys another episode of On My Radar. This is basically a series where I talk about all the books that are on my radar. If you've missed any of the previous videos, I have a playlist link down below, so you can definitely check out all the books that are on my radar. If you're curious, if you don't care, just watch this video. So you are probably tired of hearing me talk, so let's get on into the books. So up first, I have all the books that I was graciously giving an audiobook copy of by Libro FM. If you have not heard of this service, they're basically a great place to go buy your audiobooks from because they actually support local bookstores. And I'm just so happy that they gave me audiobook copies for all of these books. And yes, I am so excited to delve into all of these books. And they're not all romances, so I'm showing some growth here. Up first, we have Apple, Skin to the Core by Eric Gansworth, and this is a Native American memoir. Then I have The Survivors by Jane Harper, and this is a mystery thriller. Then I have The Prophet by Robert Jones Jr., and this is an MM romance between two African American slaves. Then I have Long Time Coming by Michael Eric Dyson, and this is another one of his memoirs. He's one of my favorite authors in nonfiction, and I'm super excited to be picking up this book. Then I have Black Buck by Mateo. I'm not going to even try to pronounce the author's last name because I'm not going to butcher it, but this one is like a black satirical take on Wall Street. Now let's get into some of the books that I have to read for NetGalley. So up first, I have The Shadows by Alex North, and this is kind of like a mystery suspense thriller mixed with a little bit of paranormal aspects into it. Then I have Super Fake Love Sign by David Yoon, and this is a YA contemporary Asian-led contemporary, or you can call it a rom-com. Now let's get into some of my picks from Book of the Month. Now I'm not a rep for them or any way, short, or fashion, but I just love the service. Up first, I have The Visible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. Don't need to tell you guys much about this one. This book has been everywhere on BookTube. Then I have Head Over Heels by Hannah Orenstein, and this is a gymnast rom-com. Then I have Writers and Lovers by Lily King, and this is kind of like a contemporary mixed with a little bit of romance, mixed with a little bit of like a literary fiction type book. I did a really bad job explaining this one, but yes, I'm excited to be reading this one. Then I have The Push by Ashley Audrey, and this is a domestic thriller, I believe, or like you could just call it like a mystery suspense thriller. I don't know. Call it whatever you want to, but this one basically is about the tension between a mother's child or her daughter and the mother. Like I said, I don't know too much about these books, so why are you guys expecting me to give you guys great synopsises on these books? I don't know why. Then I have The Girl in the Mirror by Rose Carlyle, and this is another thriller. Then I have The Group by Christy Tate, and this is like a non-fiction memoir about group therapy. Then I have Happy and You Know by Laura Hankin, and this is a contemporary adult fiction. Then I have My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell something. Then I have My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell, and this is like a dark literary fiction adult book. Then I have The Knockout Queen by Rufi Torp, and this is a hard-hitting YA contemporary. Then I have The Half Sister by Sandy Jones, and this is another mystery thriller that's adult book. Next, I want to talk about some of the books that were sent to me by my really great friend Lacey from Lacey Book Lovers. I'll link her channel link down in the description box down below. She sent me some historical romances because I've basically been complaining that she's been hoarding all the historical romances that are available in her own library, so she decided to send me some. So up first I have Seducing the Governess and From London with Love. And then I have Through the Storm by Beverly Jenkins, and then Rebellious Desires by Julie Garwood. So thank you, Lacey, so much for these books, and if you want to send more historical romance books my way, I will not be complaining. Now let's talk about some of the other books that I either got from the library or that I purchased on my own. And so I'm going to try to group it by author, and then I'm just kind of get to the end where it's just kind of a random assortment of books. So let me show you these books. I have These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong, and this is a buddy read from Bethany from Beautifully Bookish Bethany, I believe that's her channel name. I'll link it down in the description box down below for you guys to go check her out. Then I have Ninth House by Lee Bardugo, and then A Knock at Midnight by Brittany K. Barnett. Then I have Point Blank by Cheyenne McCrae, and this is a romantic suspense. Then I have The Beauty in Breaking by Michelle Harper, and this is a non-fiction memoir about the life of a doctor. Then I have Stamped by Jason Reynolds and Ibram X. Kendi, I believe is the other author's name. And this one basically is a YA version of Ibram's adult version of Stamped. Then I have The Trials of Apollo by Rick Riordan. Then I have Lover or Loser by Tessa Bailey. Then I have Class Act by Jeffrey Craft, or Jerry Craft, I should say, and this one is a comic graphic novel. Then I have The Last Flight by Julie Clark, and this is kind of like a women's fiction mix with a mystery thriller. Then I have Legend Born by Tracy Dion, and this is like a King Arthur retelling. And then I also have a picture book in this video as well. It is Anti-Racist Baby by Ibram X. Kendi. Now the next set of books I have are all from one author, so I'm actually making good on my promise. I'm like kind of like grouping books by author now, even though I said I was gonna do that first. But who cares? If you're still watching this video, you just want to hear about the books. So I have a stack of books by Katie Roberts. First I have Abel, Wicked Villain Shorts, The Sea Witch, Queen Takes Rose, A Worthy Opponent, and then I have The Beast. Then deviating from just what I said about grouping them by authors, I have Wild Wild Rake by Jenna McGregor, and this is a Scottish historical romance. Then I have Mermaid Inn by Jenny Holiday. So up next I have a couple books that are going to be book club picks for the Ravished by Rake Romance Book Club. First up is Texas Destiny by Lorraine Heath, and then Stranger in My Arms by Lisa Kleypas. And so I will link the host for this book club down below in the description box down below so you guys can go check out them. They're absolutely awesome booktubers and I cannot wait to dive into these books. Then I have a stack of Kerrigan Byrne books that I would like to show you guys. So some of my favorite people on BookTube are actually doing a read-through of the Victorian Rebels series by Kerrigan Byrne. And so I'll be joining along and participating in this readathon. They also had a live show with Kerrigan Byrne, which was super cool. But let's get into the books. First I have Seducing a Stranger, The Scot Beds His Wife, The Duke, and then finally The Highlander. So I already read the first 2 books in the Victorian Rebel series. I read The Hunter and The Highwayman, gave both of those 5 out of 5 stars, and I'm really excited to be continuing on in the series and reading more Kerrigan Byrne. And then the final set of books I have to show you guys today are all from one author, and this author is Sarah MacLean. So up first we have Day of the Duchess, and then A Scot in the Dark, and these two are another 2 book club picks for the Ravished by Rake book club. I should have included that in that. I should have included these books when I was talking about that book club, but I forgot, so here are these 2 books. And then I'm also doing a read along with Book and Chris for the Bare Knuckle Bastard trilogy, and so I have all the books right here. The first book is Wicked and the Wallflower, the second book is Brazen and the Beast, and then the third and final book is Daring and the Duke. And so I'll link Book and Chris's channel down below in the description box. You guys should absolutely check her out. She is a fantastic booktuber, has a really cool live shows, and they have like their own little like romance squad where they just talk about books all the time. I absolutely love these women, and I'm super excited to read these books as well. So this was a super long video, so kudos to you if you stuck around for the whole entire video. Let me know down in the comment section down below if you have read any of these books or if you think I should not read any of these books. Let me know down in the comment section down below. You can either drag me for not talking very much about the plot of a lot of these books, or you can like praise me and like kind of inflate my ego even more. But either way, I will catch you guys with a brand new video. Peace.